2-0. I guess the 10 turnovers, I'm sure, still gets to you a little bit. But just kind of how are you balancing that early on in the season?
Yeah, right now I just feel like it's a little bit of a black eye on what's been, what in my opinion, pretty clean offensive football. I mean, we're playing well, we're doing a lot of good things. It's just, but you can't ignore those things. Like you can't just act like they're not happening. So, trying to address them in the right way and get them fixed. And luckily, we've been fortunate that they haven't cost us a game yet, but we came pretty close, and we got to get them fixed because at some point it will catch up to us.
With Jake, I mean, some of those throws are coming in the opposing territory. I guess the majority of them. So, do you feel like he's just trying to do too much at times? What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. He just, we have this conversation all the time. It's, he's a guy that he's got a little bit of a gunslinger mentality, which is why we love him. He's not afraid to put a ball in there because he knows he can. But at the same time, he's just having a conversation of making sure I'm trying to make the play. He tries to make a play a little too much at times. He's got to understand, just make the play that's there, whatever that is, whether it's, if some of those third downs that he rips it in there and we pick up a first down on third and long, if that's the play, then make that play. If the play is to check it down, check it down. And that's where he's got to just do a better job of trying not to make a play all the time. Make the play that's there, whatever it may be. And if it's to run, it's to run. Whatever it is, make that play.
Was it particularly frustrating in the second half after you've thrown three and you're up the goal line, you got points, and then he throws it on first and goal, and that had to be, I don't know how the communications went, but I know you had to be really frustrated.
Yeah, no, it's it's only frustrating because you feel like you're hurting your team. We got what I feel like is a good offense. We got a really good defense, and we got to play complementary football. So it's frustrating from that standpoint. But also, you got to understand you got a guy that's in his fourth, fifth start as a college football player. And so you got to coach him through that stuff. And it's situational football. It's first down. We got points. Take care of the ball. If it's not there, it's not there. Just throw it away, and we'll play the next down. So there's some of that. It's frustrating, but at the same time, like, he's learning, and we gotta coach him through it. I got to coach him through it. So it's frustrating for sure, but at the same time, we got to stay patient and make sure that he understands situational football and what we got to get accomplished.
Is that something too that maybe we all don't realize that he hasn't played that much time? He's been around.
Yeah,
he hasn't played that much.
Yeah. I think we take it for granted because he's an older guy and how mature he is. But at the same time, there's no experience like actual game reps, and he's getting a lot of live reps, obviously, and a lot of experience these last two games, and we got to keep growing on them and building on them. And I feel bad for him because the turnovers are covering up. He's playing pretty dang well. He's about 5 or 6 decisions away from people looking at him in a different light, and so for me, I'm always going to be positive. I'm always going to stay positive, and I'm really positive with Jake because he's doing so many good things that we're going to fix the issues. I promise you that. We'll fix the issues, and we're going to focus on the good things that he's doing and keep building on those.
Coach, obviously the turnovers have been a big talking point, but aside from that, what's the big thing offensively you guys are trying to improve upon for App State?
Yeah, just continue to play clean. I think we've done a pretty good job just avoiding, pre-snap penalties. Had a couple in this last game. Then it happens, but we got to eliminate those because anytime we can stay on schedule, and what I mean by that is stay, in front of the chains, not get in a second long situation. We've moved the ball really well, and so just continue to play clean. Eliminate the turnovers, obviously. We're doing a really good job in third down football right now, converting at a high rate. So just trying to focus on those things. Like I said, we're doing a lot of good things. We're running the ball effectively. We're able to throw and catch, and so just trying to build on all those things.
Is the offensive line where you want it through 2 weeks about those guys?
Yeah, absolutely. People may not agree with this or think this, but they helped win us the football game tonight. Being able to run the ball. How we were, and some people will look at it on paper and not think it was ran effectively, but when you're playing that style of defense, to be able to churn out 4 or 5 yard runs consistently on first down, and we were able to lean on them late and still run the ball. Those cats played 97 snaps the other night, and so I love where they're at. I think they're playing really well. I think they're protecting really well, but they can continue to improve. There's things they still got to improve on. Making sure we're spotted up, making sure we're taking care of things in critical situations, third and short situations. But I love where they're at. Can we be a lot better? Yes, we can. But I love where they're at, and they're helping us win these football games for sure.
they run kind of a 3-down lineman with a stand-up 7 technique. I guess he is a rush guy, kind of like how Coach Harold does. So how nice would that be to have seen that all summer long?
Yeah, they're very similar structure-wise, a little bit different philosophy in how they play, but it's a good defense. They got really good players. They've been in this system. I think they do a good job of rotating guys. They play a lot of different guys, a lot of different players. If you just look at the percentages of snaps they've played the last 2 games, it helps keep their guys fresh. So that, to me, I think is one of the better things they do is they've got a lot of depth. And, when they sub in and out, there ain't no drop-off. They got good players, first, second guy that gets in the game for them. So structure-wise, it's nice, but it's a little bit different. He'll do some different things, throws a lot at you. And so we just got to be extremely detailed and make sure we're doing the right things.
During the end of the first half, is that a head coach, special teams coach deal? Are you yelling stuff at Jake? What's your role there?
No, that's a total team breakdown. That's everybody from the top down, players, us. It's just, again, it goes back to situational football. And, again, you got a lot of people doing this for the first time together. And so it falls on me. It falls on everybody involved. And, we got to be clean. We got to have our guys ready for that situation, and we got to do a better job. And if it comes up again, we'll be able to execute how we're supposed to.
How happy are you with the explosive plays y'all generated though through 2 games?
Yeah, that to me, that's we've been fortunate, with the turnovers. That's how we've won these last 2 games. Is just being able to generate explosives, and that's it's encouraging, but also frustrating because you know that if you eliminate those turnovers with the difference we've had in explosive plays, neither one of these games are really close. Especially this last one, we left 21, 24 points off the board simply off of turnovers. When you look at the explosive play battle, I think we were around 12, which is about what we trying to shoot for, and I think Old Dominion had about 4. So that's a credit to Blake and those guys. They're going to eliminate explosives, and we got to keep creating them, and it's going to always give us a chance to win.
Sounds like it'll be a big crowd Saturday. How can we know the defense can feed off that? How can an offense feed off that?
Yeah, when we get rolling, it's pretty fun when a crowd can get involved when we start scoring, quickly. But I'm excited to see it. We got the best fans in the country. Just the support, even up at Old Dominion. Half that stadium was purple, and our guys felt that. And so, to be able to come back home in front of a great crowd, we got to make sure we do a good job of just focusing on what we're supposed to do. Our job is in between the white lines and go play clean football and go score points. So that's our focus. But trust me, anytime you can go score in front of a full stadium, it's fun.
How much was James Bond able to go this week at practice?
We'll see. He got everything checked out. We'll see as it goes. But, yeah, I think he's a guy that we'll have hopefully back here sooner rather than later.
And how about Chase? We saw him on the field. Has he got like a lingering deal, or is he 100%? How's he doing?
No, Chase is good. It's just working him back in. He was kind of like those guys the first game. I think he was just, trying to do a little too much. But, no, he's fine. He's just working himself back into shape. You miss that time of camp. There's just a little bit of acclimation period that he's still going through, but he's fine.
Anything else for Coach? Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate it.